The chasm between Prince Harry and the British royal family has widened into an icy abyss, with King Charles III reportedly delivering a devastating blow to his son's desperate plea for assistance in navigating the escalating controversy surrounding his U.S. visa. Sources close to the palace revealed that Harry's frantic attempts to engage his father in the ongoing legal battle, stemming from questions about his honesty regarding past drug use, have been met with a wall of silence, a stark and brutal rejection that echoes the infamous "I'm not your father" denial attributed to the king in past, less public, disputes. This apparent snub, far from being a mere diplomatic oversight, suggests a profound and perhaps irreparable fracture in the royal relationship. Fueled by years of resentment and mistrust, the current crisis revolves around the Heritage Foundation's legal challenge to the Department of Homeland Security's decision to grant Harry a visa. The conservative think tank is demanding the release of Harry's immigration records, arguing that his admissions of past drug use, detailed in his memoir, Spare, should have triggered automatic disqualification under U.S. immigration law. This legal pressure has placed Harry in a precarious position, potentially jeopardizing his residency in the United States. His frantic calls to the palace, seeking counsel and perhaps even a degree of public support, were reportedly met with a chilling detachment. A clear indication that the king is unwilling to extend any form of royal lifeline. This refusal, according to insiders, is not merely a matter of protocol, it is a calculated and deliberate act, a pointed message that Harry's actions have irrevocably alienated him from the core of the royal family. The king's apparent indifference is further amplified by the context of Harry's past grievances. The Duke of Sussex's public accusations of familial neglect, particularly his claims of being abandoned and misunderstood, have festered into a deep-seated resentment within the palace walls. Charles, already reeling from the barrage of criticism leveled by his son, seems determined to enforce a boundary, to demonstrate that the consequences of Harry's public pronouncements will not be mitigated by royal intervention. This perceived rejection, which some royal watchers are interpreting as a form of paternal punishment, is not simply about a legal technicality, it is about the king drawing a firm line. Asserting his authority and sending a clear message that Harry's attempts to leverage his royal heritage for personal gain will no longer be tolerated. The king, known for his commitment to upholding the dignity and integrity of the monarchy, appears unwilling to risk further damage to the institution's reputation by publicly aligning himself with Harry's controversial legal battle. This calculated detachment, however, carries significant risks. It further isolates Harry, fueling his sense of victimhood and potentially driving him to even more incendiary public statements. The lack of dialogue could also solidify the public perception of a cold and unforgiving monarchy, a narrative that the palace has struggled to counter in recent years. Charles risks exacerbating the existing divisions and potentially alienating a significant segment of the public who sympathize with Harry's plight. This perceived lack of compassion, particularly in the face of a son's distress, could further erode public trust and fuel the narrative of a detached and uncaring institution. The ongoing saga surrounding Harry's visa is more than just a legal dispute, it is a potent symbol of the fractured relationship between the Duke of Sussex and the royal family.